Hi guys, and welcome to a new edition of Art Life with John and Bogdan. A lot has happened this week, expected and unexpected.
Wow, what a week. Like to share it with you, but before we do, if you like what you see today, please hit that subscription button if you haven't already. Give us a like and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content. But let's get to it because we got a lot to share.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way.
Hey guys, just a short update on my new sculptural piece. It's getting really beautiful and I'm very excited. So I dreamed the entire night of it. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning last night with this image in mind. So this is what I'm doing. This project occupies my dreams as well. So I'm going to reuse fabric for some of these pieces now in conjunction with photography. So let me show you what happened after that dream. So I added fabric, guys. This is kind of a drape, left in decay. It has a lot of depth, a lot of shadows, a lot of black that would give this idea of old, of rusty, of dusty little place, and make you question why is that there and why is it hiding behind. So I have to put an element here in the front somewhere, and I'm working on that too. Haven't decided yet where I'm gonna go with it, but so far this is the image and I absolutely love it. It's something unusual, and I have these fabrics at home that I never use in any kind of project. They are very rare, they are very special in a way. They have some religious theme on, because they were actually made by some nuns in Romania in a monastery, and they are working with this classic 1920, I believe, fabric machine. I don't know the name in English, but everything is done manually. So these are the fabrics. It's all gold, manually made. I have several pieces, different colors, and I'm going progressively trying to insert few patches here and there in my new works. I think this will make a difference and this will make them special. I have all kinds of papers here. These are, cold paper, cold press paper, handmade papers, and I'm gonna insert that in other projects as well. So look at this, look how beautiful this is. So yeah, here is what I am today. I don't know what else is I'm gonna dream tonight, but if something interesting is gonna show up in my dreams, I will let you know. The 10 Ants exhibition continues here at Silver Sea Studios. We are getting ready for making progress with the exhibition space, and today is the painting, the painting of the crates day. So I'm gonna go there and paint my crate and John's crate. guys, I'm moving forward with a new piece, a new sculptural photography, the way I like to call it, and this is going to be again for the 10 Ants exhibition on February 10. I already created a piece which I cannot show to you right away because I want to create that element of surprise. It's a beautiful piece. It's going to be a little larger than usual. And then I have here on the table another one in progress that I'm playing with today. What I hope to do is to have at least 4 new sculptural pieces that will be hanged at this new tenant exhibition in Silver Sea Studio on February 10. And this is what I'm doing these days. My studio is in a full production. I have the new piece hanging in there, but I can't show it to you as I said. Here it's the spray tarp plastic. This is the industrial vent to dry things quickly because I'm working with papers and things have to dry quick, otherwise the paper will warp. Now the table, it's all a mess, all paint and cuts and looking for architectural elements. I'm making up actually some elements out of cement. Let me show it to you. That's like something that would be added somewhere somehow. Kind of a fountain or whatever you want to be. It's here. We'll see where it goes. It needs to be painted. It needs to have a color better than that gray. And this is the new piece on the table. And look how beautiful this texture is. It's just phenomenal. And again, arches and gold and just a beautiful piece is going to be. In addition, I want to create 5 small architectural photography, actually sculptural architectural photography, just to have a variety of works. Not everybody wants large works, so I said, how about creating this, starting with 5 new pieces that are very small. Maybe there'll be some of you who would like those kind of sizes. Now these are blue, the background is blue, and there'll be some elements attached on top of these surfaces. There should be an extra addition to my portfolio, and hopefully somebody's gonna like them and collect them. So now this is what I have to report. I have to go back to create some work now so I can have something to show on February 10. See you guys soon. This is the second day, maybe the third day I'm working on this piece, and I added some more texture to it. One of them that you have seen earlier was this kind of paper. It's a special paper. It has a little gold bronzy color, but it was too thick for me. However, it created a very nice texture for some of the parts in the artwork. It was too pale, so I added some gold foil and I aged it so that it look decayed. And now I'm ready to really put the architectural elements on top of it and finish this. So this is the gold I was talking about, and I added some more blues and some greens, just faded a little like it is. There's something going on in there. There is a I'll let you, the viewer, decide what could that be inside. It's a piece of wall, it's the end of a hallway. I think it's coming together, and I should finalize this in the next few hours. Guys, my new piece, this one, it just took a completely different direction which I never expected. Actually, I had this element in here ready to go on the center, except I changed my mind last minute and I added some amazing elements. And let's see, I painted the backs, and once the paint is dry, I'm ready to mount them on the actual piece, and that'll be it. The piece is ready and it's beautiful. There's going to be some angels involved, and these are their wings. Some may need to be trimmed, may need to be adjusted, but they're there, and the piece is right here. There's some angels left and right. Something like that. And there's gonna be some wings somewhere there and on the background going on. The main piece is right here, guys. Look at that. So yeah, it's amazing. I'm super happy about it.
Just so you know, Bogdan's not the only one working on new pieces for this show that's coming up here at Silver Street, the 10-Ant Show. I too have to prepare 4 pieces for the show starting next week, and I have been working feverishly trying to get 4 abstract pieces ready for display in that particular show. And it's been really difficult for me because it's hard for me to concentrate because I've been so busy with trying to get the house ready to put on the market, and now that it's on the market, with all the viewings, and we're starting to get offers, and it's really all happening. But in addition, I have to finish these 4 pieces. I have decided to go with a particular palette, being kind of browns and beiges and just off-whites, that are going to kind of look like the pages of an old book. I like that leathery beige kind of pattern or palette to really complement any wall that you might hang it on. And the thing is, like the Punk Amarga series, I want these all to be recognizable as part of a series, and yet I do want them to be able to stand alone, because the likelihood of selling all 4 to the same buyer is pretty strange. But anyway, I hope that it all works. I'm working hard to get ready, and I will be ready.
So guys, one of the goals for this 10 months exhibition is to create 4 new pieces, sculptural photography pieces. 2 of them are ready. Now I'm working on the 3rd one. So far yesterday I applied the background, I texturized the background, I applied the color, and today it's time to play with the architectural elements that will sit on top of this piece. I have a variety of elements ready to go, and now it's a matter of playing with them and see where it takes me, because as you know, whatever I planned, it doesn't work necessarily the way I want it. So I already have to improvise and modify the final piece. But saying that, let's get back to work. Okay, so I'm ready to work on the elements, the architectural elements. So what I've done so far, the camera has stopped meanwhile because the battery doesn't last forever. So what I've done, I absolutely roughened the edges of these architectural elements so that they look natural and not a straight cut, you know, rough, and give you that feeling of decay. So now I'm going to just contour with some gold this flowering on the columns so that it adds some contrast. Well, I'm making some progress with this new piece, and I have to talk about it because at first I planned all kinds of columns around, and it really didn't work. I wasn't able with the proportions. They felt a little too thin. So toward the end of the day, I played with some other things, and guess what? The piece just came together. So let me show you. So I added some cement, a patch of cement, and I literally insert this painting. I found it in a decay wall in Romania. It's actually a photograph, and it's hopefully it's going to stay very well there. And the piece was in complete in one of those buildings in Romania that were in complete decay. So that woman is actually a photograph of a painting of a wall of one of those decayed buildings back in Romania. And now I found a home for it, and it looks fantastic. The piece is not yet completely, and I'm still working on. I think I'm gonna stop here for now. I need to some time to think about it, and I'll start again tomorrow. Guys, this is the 3rd day on this piece I'm working on, and I keep forgetting to turn on the camera because I'm so excited. I'm thinking all the time of what's next, and then turning on the camera, it's my second thought. So I just mounted the architectural elements on top of that last piece, and now it's drying. I absolutely love how it turned out. It's very pleasant, very lovely, very rusty and grungy in the same time, very clean. And meanwhile, while I was working on that piece, I was able to create another few small variety pieces like that, and this is one of them. It's a beautiful piece. It's a angel that I found. I had photographed somewhere in Dresden, and then the background it's I believe from Romania, and then I painted it over. I created some colorful elements, and then I mounted as that angel. It's actually floating, and it's very hard to film that. It's a very, very beautiful and nice look, very sharp look. And you will get to see this if you come to my studio here at 111 Silver Sea Studios. These will be, I will have a variety of small pieces available very soon.
You know, all month long we've been talking about goals and objectives and how important it is to have really overarching, encompassing goals and really specific, measurable, attainable objectives. And all that's very, very important. But what we haven't talked about is, you know, where do you learn to stop? We're only making 4, 5, 6 goals a year. What about all the other stuff that we do that isn't representative? That used to be a complete stopping block for me. I kept thinking that there's all kinds of things that I have to do every day to make my business work, and they're nowhere represented in my goals. And at some point I had to remember that my goals and objectives are not a report card. They're not a prospectus, they're not a brochure that's going to describe my business and all that I do. Goals and objectives are those things that we need to work on, things we want to emphasize because we're not doing them, or we're not doing them well, or we're going to change direction. It's a living, breathing document, right? And we're going to be able to change that. Remember, we mentioned how COVID really turned my goals and objectives on their head last year. Goals and objectives at some point become rote. They become part of you. They become institutionalized. They become normalized as part of your everyday business, just like learning your addition tables. You don't have to think about them anymore. When I first started my business, I kept thinking, I have to do something because I'm going to forget to pay my sales tax. I don't forget my sales tax now. I don't have to remember that every 4 months or 3 months on the 4th month, we have to pay our sales tax. It just happens. And so remember that it's a good thing that all of your objectives and goals morph over time, and that they become easier and become more institutionalized and operationalized. And you don't have to say it every time.
So now you have a better vision what happened with us this week.
Hope you're having a great week. Stay creative, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.